is there stuff that I'm not asking or Damien's not asking about Baha'ism, or is it
Mhm.
Baha'ism or just the Baha'i faith?
Yeah, for some
That
reason it's a Baha'i faith, not
okay.
Baha'ism. Yeah.
Interesting.
That you want to make sure that maybe people know, or if they're interested, that they can dig a little bit deeper.
Well, it's funny, at some point you had mentioned how, yeah, lots of people haven't heard of it, number one.
Mm,
That's probably the most common thing. And number two, or they immediately think, oh, that's Buddhism, or
right.
there's a Jewish uh, sect or something called Bahá'í.
Huh. I
And
think
I've
I've
heard
heard that.
people get it confused,
Yeah.
and I hadn't either until
Right.
someone said that it's the same. So there's that part of it, I guess, is what I would say is that it's a real religion, and it's worldwide. It's the second most widespread of the religions behind Christianity, and that's, I think, partially because there was this real big push to the focus being the unity of humanity. The Baha'i faith wants to have the message spread to all of humanity, right? Um, and I sometimes say that every Baha'i meeting I ever go to, the real point of it is always the same. The point, to Damien, I think kind of alluded to this, the real point of the Baha'i faith is to try to bring about peace on earth.
Right.
And the biblical verses that say, beat the swords into plowshares, and that there will be the peace on earth, that kind of a thing. Baha'is are inherently optimistic because not only do we have, believe that Bible verse, but then there's other Baha'i writings that basically promise this will happen. Now, it could happen very painfully because humanity has a lot of free will and choice in how it comes about.
Right.
But when Baha'is are getting together, they're usually talking about, like, how do we build a better sense of community? How do we help elevate people's conversations so that they're not yelling at each other or doing things like that?
Amen.
Stuff like that. So that's kind of how Baha'is spend a lot of their time, I guess. And it is more and more, they're trying to be more outwardly focused, right? As opposed to, like, hey, let's just say our prayers at our setting. They're
Right.
trying more and more to say, let's try to find maybe an underserved region of the city and see if we can go there and help maybe the youth do something, do a cleanup day and things like that.
So do you guys